Hello everyone, my name is Hsueh, and today I'm going to talk about a rhetorical fallacy called the false dilemma. The false dilemma can also be called the false dichotomy or the either-or fallacy, when only two choices are presented yet more exist, or a spectrum of possible choices exists between two extremes. In simple words, this is a situation that when you are given two options, and told that you certainly need to reject one of them, so you are forced to accept the remaining option. This is a fallacy that your options given usually don't include all the real options. Another variety is the false trilemma, which is when three choices are presented when more actually exists. In psychology, a phenomenon related to false dilemma is black and white thinking. As the words black and white, there's only two categories. A simple example is that when someone categorizes other people as all good and all bad. And in fact, that's not true at all. There are a couple of examples that showcases the false dilemma typically. First, in September 20th, 2001, former US President George Bush, who famously used the phrase after 9/11 at the launch of his anti-terrorism campaign in the form, "Every nation in every region now has a decision to make. Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists." So this is a typical false dilemma, since either A, you are with the United States, or B, you are with the terrorists. But in fact, there is another third option. You can stand in the neutral position. You can neither be with the United States or nor the terrorists. There's another example occurs in the famous HBO show, Game of Thrones. As in season 5, as Varys and Tyrion Lannister are discussing what to do next, Varys asks Tyrion, "You have a choice, my friend. You can stay here at Illyria's palace and drink yourself to death. Or you can ride with me to Meereen to meet Daenerys Targaryen and decide if the world is worth fighting for." As Tyrion Lannister is a smart person, since he's the one who drinks and knows everything, he answered the question wisely. Upon which Tyrion answered, "Can I drink myself to death on the road to Meereen?" So, simply pointing out the false dilemma that occurred in the question. So this scene is pretty interesting and thought-provoking when I first watched it. There's another typical and one of the most famous examples occurs in the third episode of Star Wars, The Revenge of the Sith. At the very last of the film, when Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi are on a planet that is surrounded in lava, about to start their final fight, Anakin Skywalker said, "If you are not with me, then you are my enemy." And Obi-Wan Kenobi replied, "Only a Sith deals in absolute," simply implying that Anakin Skywalker has totally fallen into darkness, since it's a false dilemma also. If you're not with me, you're my enemy, A or B, no C at all. But which is interesting is also the tricky part is that Obi-Wan Kenobi saying only a Sith deals in absolute, which his reply is also an absolute sentence. With these upon examples, it is not hard to realize that the concept of false dilemma often and easily occurs in our daily life. No matter when we're talking normally, or doing a presentation, or giving a speech, or in fact, our thoughts can fall into these false dilemma, which is the given options that we can only simply see. Therefore, you always want to think twice and try to think outside the box, and make sure you consider all the options before you make your final choice. Thanks for watching, and I hope you find this clip helpful to your understanding toward false dilemma. Thank you for watching again, and let's see you next time. Bye bye.